Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Creating Your Own Sanctuary, guys. I'm so excited. This is my second session. Now I was thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I'm gonna number things, but I'm just saying this is my second time coming on. But it's just gonna be a weekly thing, probably 2 times a week, probably. But like I said, nothing is guaranteed. So just you'll know it when you see it, and that's what it's just best for me to do it that way. So I hope you guys enjoy these sessions and this informative stuff. Again, like I said, I am not in all a doctor or anything like that. On the first video session, I forgot to put the disclaimer thingy. I wrote it all out and everything, and I forgot to post it. Dingleberry I am. So anyway, you saw that this time, and so I don't have to continue saying it, but I will say it just because I feel comfortable saying that I'm not a doctor. This is just all my experience. Whatever advice I give you doesn't have to be taken, doesn't have to be done. I'm not gonna, I can't, claim to be anything, but just it's all from my life experience. With that being said, let's get started now. I realized that the other day I said I was gonna do like three suggestions or three tools every time I come on, but they're gonna be more like tools, but within the conversation that I'm making, because I don't have like 35, I don't have like 50, tools. I have a lot of tools, but a lot of tools are just in with what I do every day, and those are the tools that I use. So I'm going to just explain them like that, and you guys want to jot them down. If if you have a little piece of paper or a journal or whatever, go get that, guys, so you can write this down, or just scratch off whatever, just to write a little notes down so you could put into your sanctuary journal. Then that would be great. If you don't want to, you don't want to. If you don't want to use it at all, you don't have to do nothing. Before I get started, I had a lady, a very nice lady, who's one of my very, very nice YouTuber friends on here, said that she loves my videos and she's going to continue watching my videos and all of that. But she doesn't really think that she'll be watching my sanctuary videos. And the reason being is because she suffers with anxiety, and she just feels that it's not helpful to her, and that she has her own way of dealing with her anxiety, which is journaling, which is putting doing a lot of sticker journaling and all that. And that's totally fine, and that's a great suggestion. Like, she offered me stickers. Very, very nice lady. No worries at all. Like, you know who you are. It's fine. If you don't want to watch, you don't have to watch. That's why I'm doing a video separately from my regular videos, because I don't want to interfere with anything that's going on my other with my other situations that I'm doing. My vlogging and my cooking and my whatever else I do. So don't feel obligated. It's okay if you don't want it. If you're not interested in this, I'm targeting a certain viewer, really, a viewer who is open to just listening and just hearing and other people's suggestions. I'm not doing this so anybody can do just what I do. I'm just helping you, trying to give you the tips that I use, that I know that help me. And I know I'm going to repeat myself a lot with that. I'm going to be saying that a lot, but that's really what this is about. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to force anything on anybody. I'm just trying to make people aware that there are certain rituals you can do that maybe will help you. They might not help you. You might do all the rituals that I say, and they don't help you. That's just the way your situation is. And that's okay, guys. That's okay. I'm not judging. I'm just sharing. That's what I'm doing. I'm just sharing, okay? Let's get started. So what I want to talk about right now is if I look down a little bit, it's because my book's down here, and because this is fairly new and it's going to be like a work in progress. I write. I have this notebook that I showed you guys on the other session. This is my notebook that's going to have all my tips in it and all. And if you see, yes, when I was on the other day, I was writing stuff down because when I think about things, I jot them down because I'm 58 years old and my memory's not that great and I need to remember things. I'll be sleeping in the middle of the night. I'll wake up. I swear on my life. I keep a pen and a piece of paper by my bed now. And if I have a brain freeze and I can't go back to sleep and I'm thinking, I think of ideas or I think of things that I want to tell you guys or say about anything, even for just regular Create with Linda. I jot it down now because I always forget. Always. And I don't want to forget because then I always say, oh no, what the heck was that I thought? So now I just jot it down. So that's what I do. But so this is my book. Julie got me this for Christmas and I absolutely love it. It's huge. So I'm putting all my thoughts and all my my ideas and everything in here. I also do, I was telling you when I was on the other day that I was going to keep it all in this one book. Most of the stuff is going to go into this book, but ideas like for videos and stuff that I have that are separate from, that might not be separate. Let's put it this way. Let me begin again. Whatever stuff that I have that has to do with sanctuary, I'm going to put it in this book. There might be some other things in this book also, whatever. That doesn't even matter to anybody but me. But I do have another book that I have a Create book that I'm going to write all my ideas. That's the one I'm going to keep on my bed or just whatever, and transfer all that stuff into that book for my Create with Linda videos, my vlogging, my cooking, my collabs, all my ideas, guys, and stuff is going to go in that book. So I don't even know why I'm telling you that. That's just for your information. That's all. I just like to tell you guys everything. So yeah, so this book right here is my sanctuary book, and when this is full, I'll get another one, and that's okay. This is great. So what I want to begin with again is the importance of journaling, whether it be in a little notepad, on a little piece of paper, on a napkin, whatever, guys. Journaling is so important. It frees you of so many thoughts and feelings that you can't say to other people or you don't want to say to other people, things that you have inside your heart that maybe you don't want anybody to. It's a diary. It's what it is. It's a diary, but it's a diary, a journal that you can go to let out some steam that you want to let out, and that sometimes I just do that, and when I really need to, I don't journal as much as I used to, but sometimes I will crave journaling, and I just go to it, and I do when I especially when I'm feeling emotionally distraught or something. I that really helps me. So that's a really important thing if you want to write down your thoughts. Try to journal, guys. Just try. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's not for you. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So let's see. The next thing I want to say is what I was talking about the other day is give into your emotions. Can I tell you, when was it? I think it was yesterday. Like I said, with my situation, my emotions change in a heartbeat. I'm not even kidding. It's 3 o'clock now. At 12 o'clock, I had a completely different outlook on life. Maybe I was a little irritable. I was not loving life right at that moment. And then a little while later, I felt better and came out of it and started my day again. But what I do now is I told you guys, I give into it. Give into the feeling. Because if you don't give into the feeling, it's just going to catapult, and it's just going to get worse, and you're not going to feel better. Go sit down in a quiet corner. Go stick your head outside. Do whatever ritual and whatever calms you down and brings you back to that sunshine. Okay, guys? This is what I'm saying. Give into it for a second. A second could be 5 minutes, could be 20 minutes, could be a half hour. Just give into it. Give into it, and then get up and act on things. No procrastinating, no thinking. Try not to just get up and do it. My therapist always told me, and what works for me is, Linda, don't think about it. Don't think about what you want to do. Get up and do it. So for me, it's very good for me to prepare myself. It's so weird, guys, the way my brain works, okay? It's so weird because I literally cannot, like, it's difficult for me to make a plan, like, and say, okay, every Wednesday I'm going to do Talk About It Wednesday or Talk About It Tuesdays. And then I'm like procrastinating. Oh my God, I got to do that. Oh my God, I got to do that. I got to do that. It just makes it worse. For me, it's better for me to say, hi, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. Today is Talk About It Wednesday or Talk About It Friday. When I feel like doing it, that's when it's best for me, and that's when I do my best. And that's why I do lives I'm not going to plan lives more than likely 95% of the time. I don't do a lot of planning, but the thing with that is that I'm trying to say that's really weird about me is even though I don't like to plan like that, I still have to plan actions in this book. Like, I still write down because you know why? I need to have organization in my mind as well. And I think that's a lot why I struggle, because I procrastinate. Like, I've been wanting to launch this project for months, for at least before Christmas. And I just kept saying, no. Every time I thought about it, I got overwhelmed, and I just was like, no, I can't think about it right now. And then one day, lo and behold, I was just sitting there, and I'm like, oh my God, where's my notebook? And I felt, okay, it was that time, and I just went with it, and I wrote down all the stuff that I wanted to do. And so, but what I'm saying is, it's weird that I can't foresee a week or two ahead of time most of the time, but yet I can write when I'm there, when I'm mentally, I guess, prepared for that in my head. I don't know what happens, then I can do that. So that's when I do. Well, I try when I can be productive. That's another tip. When you can be productive, because I live my life by minute, and I'm not even kidding. With my depression and anxiety, I live my life minute by minute because I never know what kind of chemical mood my brain's going to be in. And that's literally the truth, guys. And you might be experiencing that where, at 12 o'clock, you feel like you're high on the world. You're, oh my God, everything is great. And you're motivated and you're doing stuff. And then all of a sudden, like, for me, a wave, like, it's almost like somebody, like, put a spell on me. So that's what happens to me. And I'm not making light of it. I'm not laughing about it. I'm just making light of it because this is really what happens with me. And I don't know if that happens with you, but if it does, for me, the way I live my life every day, every minute like that, I have to. That just works for me. So do whatever works for you. Find your niche. Do whatever works for you guys. And if it doesn't work for you at all, don't do it. Do what just works for you. That's it. That's all I'm ever expressing to you guys. Do what works for you. Try to figure it out so you can wake up in the morning, or you can have a sunshiny day, and you guys can see the light. That's even not like right now it's cloudy, but I see the light. We're gonna be getting snow today. It's cloudy, but I see the light, guys. Did I see the light maybe 2 hours ago? Yesterday I was having issues on and off. Not such a great day. But it ended up being a day. And now I feel like if I struggle in the morning, or if I struggle at one part of the day, my day isn't over. Like, my day isn't over. I can still recover. And I can't wait to go back to Alice, my therapist, to tell her all of this, because she's going to be so thrilled with all these things that I'm doing, and all these things, that self-talk that she has taught me for years and years. She's going to be so proud of me. And that's not even why I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I can't wait just to tell her, because she's so for all of this, and she's just so encouraging and so what's the word? Just supportive. Just supportive. She gives me these tools, And then they might not work right away, but then they eventually do. They eventually do. So this is what I'm saying, okay? So give into your feelings, give into them. And like I said the other day, if they're good feelings, give into the good feelings as just as well as the bad feelings. Give into it. Do whatever you need to do. If you're feeling bad, get a cup of tea, go sit in your room. Tell everybody, look, family, I'll be back in 10 minutes. And mom's just taking a mental health break. Tell your husband, listen, take care of the kids. I'm just going out for a drive for 5 minutes. I might go right down the street and come right back, but whatever it is, do what is right for you to give you that rejuvenation to feel better about life, and even if it's just a couple of minutes. Okay, so do that. Don't fight it. Okay, let's see, what else did I write here? All right. Now the thing is that in my life, it used to be more so than now, but my life was my emotions were very much drawn by the situation. So I call it I call it situational issues, situational sadness, situational depression, whatever it is, anxiety. Situational anxiety is what it is. Anxiety. I used to always like feel the weight of like my husband, how he felt, or if I was worried about somebody else in my family, how they felt. And and I still do. Like, I still do. If my husband's like upset or if he doesn't feel good, I'm like worried. Oh my God, like it weighs me down. Like, I'm so worried about you. And he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm worried about you, and I'm worried about Jenny, or I'm worried about the kids, and and it really weighs down on me. And it still does. It still does. But the difference now is, and I'm going to say another thing before I forget. I don't want to forget, so I'm going to say it now before I'll go move on. But see, I just forgot. Wait. Oh, am I 100% good at this? No. Can I do this all the time? No. And that's the thing. You don't have to be a perfect person. If you are handling things better and coping with things better, even 40% of the time, that helps you mentally. It helps you during your day. And I say during my day because I think we have to take it with somebody who has anxiety, stress, situational, all that stuff, needs to actually work on this hour by hour, day by day, because that's how quick it changes with us. Okay, with me, again, you're a different entity, you're a different person. It could be completely different. For me, this is the tools that I use that help me deal with my situations every single day. And I find that if I work on it like that, work on it when it arises, it's better than procrastinating about it and thinking about it and saying, okay, on Friday, I'm going to do this for myself. On Saturday, I'm going to do this to make that better. For me, maybe that'll work for you. Try that. Maybe that'll work for you. My personality, my anxiety, the way it is, I like to handle things as they come, and I find that it works best with me. So that's what I'm doing. Okay? That's what I'm trying to do, is work on the feelings and stuff that that happen at that moment, and try not to procrastinate about what's going to happen tomorrow. I need to work on now, today. So situational issues are that. You could be having a great day. Like I like, and I used to be where I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm having such a great day today, or everything's going good. And then my husband would call, like, and this was years ago. He'd call and he'd say, or, I'm really worried. I'm worried about this bill, or I'm really concerned, and, I don't know what we're going to do. Or he was having an issue maybe with me that I couldn't handle right at that moment, that I didn't want to face and cope with and all that. And so the minute he would say something to me, and I was feeling like I wanted to jump off the bridge at that point, and not literally, but my emotions felt like that. I would be like, it would ruin my whole entire day. I would literally be in the middle of something. I would put it all away and put it all down and go sit on the couch and put the covers over my head. And literally, that's what I would do. Did that help me? Absolutely not. Did it help me for that moment? Yes, it did, because it made me feel better. And that's what I needed to do to cope. But I found now, I have different coping mechanisms. And that's what it's about. It's about being able to cope with certain things. So now, if something like that happens, do I still stop a minute? Yes. If there's an issue that's major that I feel like I can't cope with or get through, if I need to give in for a minute, I'll give in. Like I said, I'll come in my room. I'll sit on my bed. I will put the blanket over my head, and my husband will come in and say, "Linda, what's going on? What's wrong? What can I help you with?" And I tell him the situation and how I'm feeling, and then I lay there and I just do what I have to do for myself to get myself out of it. And I just wait for it to happen. I self-talk myself. I say, Linda, it's okay. Like, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst can it be? I don't want you to be shattered over something that's kind of, that I'm not saying it's not important. If it's important and you care about it and you're upset about it and it concerns you, by all means, that's important to you. I'm not just trying to discredit that. Okay? Your feelings are meaningful. How you feel about something is very, very important. Just because maybe your friend doesn't feel that way, or your significant other, your spouse, your child, whoever you're involved with, if they don't think that's important, then that's their prerogative. If it's important to you, it's important, and you put that as a priority. So don't worry about what anybody else thinks. I know it's difficult, but you have to make your feelings important. It's not selfish, it's not wrong, it's not rude. It's taking care of yourself, okay? Taking care of your emotional needs, which is the most important thing, because if you don't have this mentally all there and all with it, you're not going to be able to function with any type of normalcy with your family, or enjoy your family. Enjoy that cup of coffee. Enjoy that phone call with your mom. Enjoy that, little outing with your hubby. Whatever, guys. You come first. And I know it's hard, because I took care of everybody my whole entire life. There's going to be another session where I'm going to tell you about my childhood, tell you about how I was made to feel, and how I took it upon myself to feel that way, even though people can do something, say something to you, or put something in your head, but you don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe it. If you believe it, a lot of it is also what you portray on yourself. So there is a lot. They have responsibility, believe me. Let me tell you something. I got stories to tell you. But you also have the responsibility to love yourself enough to get out of that and say, you know what? I am not that. That is not true. Maybe you are not what people think of you. You are not how people perceive you. Okay, this is going off in a little tangent, but this is what I'm trying to say to you guys. I want you to have success in your mind and to think, I am not that person. But if I need to be that person for 10 minutes or even a day, even if you need to take a mental health day, you take it. You do what you got to do. And like I said the other day, if you're at a level 5, which a level 5 is that you can't get out of the bed, you need to please reach out. Reach out to a therapist, reach out to a hotline, go to a crisis center, call your friends, do something that will make you maybe take the next step if you're at a level 5, okay? Level 5, okay, guys? If you need me to remind you about the levels, I still am going to write down the levels on my community board for you guys. I want to put the levels down there so you guys know what levels that you need to be, where you might be concerned, okay? So anyway, what I'm trying to get to is take that time for yourself, and believe me, you will come out of it. And action. Do the act. Do the act instead of procrastinating and thinking about the act. I'm telling you that I finally got it in my head and it's finally working. But again, I'm not perfect and I'm not going to be perfect, and that's okay. You are not perfect. The only one that's perfect, the Lord, is the Lord Jesus Christ in my world, okay? God, I think, is perfect. Even he's not perfect in so many ways, but it's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not feel good. It's okay to take that time for yourself. It's okay to feel good. It's okay to go put makeup on. It's okay to say, you know what? I'm going to take 10 minutes for myself. That's okay. Don't feel guilty about that. That is okay. You're a human being. You deserve the time, the nurturing like everybody else, guys. Take a little bit of time for yourself. Please let the sunshine in. Please let the sunlight in. Sunlight, I mean the light. The light's on. You know, let it in, guys. Let it in. It's not that easy. I know when you're in turmoil and and you're going through shit. And I know, believe me, I have been through hell. We have had our lights shut off. We have had our cars taken away. We have had things that I will tell you at one point in my life were so bad that I don't even know how I'm alive today. But I do know how I'm alive because I reached out. I finally reached out, and the support of my husband and the support of people outside of my world helped me through it. But you have to go through the war to get to the end of the tunnel where the light is. Sometimes you just got to work through it. You got to work through it. You really do. And this is what I've learned. And this is the encouragement that I want to give you guys. Guys, self-talk your way into the sunshine, okay? Bring a little joy into your life. Please bring a little joy into your life, whether it be going and, I don't know, going to the store and just walking around and saying, ooh, sometimes, it's like retail therapy, and that's not even bad. Like, I would say to my husband one day, I'm like, you know what, if I'm having a really bad day, and we were out one day, and I'll never forget, I said to him, you know what would make me really feel better? And he looked at me, and I'm like, the Dollar Tree. And guys, can I tell you, me, I can go in the Dollar Tree and spend $50 like in an instant, but you could go even to Dollar General or to Walmart, wherever, and just limit yourself and say, you know what, I just want to see pretty things. I just want to look around. Maybe buy myself a $3 charm or whatever, or something for the house if that's what makes you happy. I go to the Dollar Tree and can spend $5 literally, and I got something cute for my house, maybe a little trinket or, a vase or a glass jar or something that makes me happy. And that makes my day. You don't have to go and spend $30,000 or even $25. You go and you just do whatever 5 minutes that makes you feel like a person and feels better. Okay, that's what you got to do, guys, and give in to that. So please let the sunshine in. Little by little, guys. A little joy, a little joy, a little joy. Here and there. And all you need is this. Love, and I'm going to make one that says all you need is support. These are all handwritten by myself. I sit there at night and I do these things. I love to craft. I love to color, adult color. I love to write. I love to do all this. Always have. I've had poems from when I was younger, a teenager, when I was in the boy craze. And I was in love with this guy who, wouldn't give me the time of day at sometimes. And, I just wrote poem after poem. And I love it. I just love it, guys. So I love to create. And this is why I do this. This is why I'm doing this. And this is why I started Create with Linda, because I love to create food. I love to create love. I love to create all of this. And I'm really, really finding myself, and I'm really, really, really happy. And now I would say, I used to be 40%, maybe 30% happy, 60, 70% unhappy. Now I would say I'm like 80% happy. 80% happy, and 20% where I give a little bit here and there, where I have some issues. But the 20% that I have, I'm working on, and I am doing so well on the 80%. And that's all that matters, guys. If you have more good days than bad, it's good. That's what you're thriving for. You're striving for. But You don't feel bad about yourself. I'll never forget, and this is one thing I'm gonna say before I move on to another subject, or to move on and end this video. When I used to go to my endocrinologist, which is my sugar doctor, if you don't know, it's a doctor that takes care of people with diabetes. He was amazing, because you know why? He used to say to me this: if I would take my blood, I'd go in there, my blood sugars, glucose would be over the top high, and he would never ever once make me feel bad about myself. I would sit there and feel embarrassed, because I knew that 95%, 90% of why my blood sugar was high was from my doing, from me eating carbs, from me eating sugar, from me not doing what I'm supposed to do, for me missing my insulin, for the, all that was on me, and I knew that. And I felt so bad about myself that it made me just want to catapult. Now, he was smart enough to know, as a physician, as a doctor, and as a human being, to not do that to his patients, because the first thing he would say to me, I'd say, "Oh God, doctor, I'm so sorry, Dr. Castro. I'm so sorry. I know I'm embarrassed. I just couldn't get it together this week." And I still go and say that to my doctor. And I'm still with that office, but I'm seeing one of the other ladies in the office who I love and completely love. She actually just left that office, and I'm going to be following her, because I can't do it without her. She's amazing. Okay, but what I'm trying to get to is that the first thing he would say to me is, "Linda, it's okay. Don't feel bad about yourself. You're okay. It's hard. I understand. It's so hard. Just try." And he would give me a tip, and he'd say, "Linda, listen, when you get up in the morning, don't start your day with a carb. Start your day with even if it's a fruit, it's not a carb. Start your day with no carbs." And he would give me little tips, and he would say, "Linda, I don't want you feeling bad about yourself. You just go on and you just try again. You keep trying. You try harder. You're a human being. It's okay." And I'd walk out of there feeling good about myself, and feeling good, and like, okay, I can do this, Instead of him saying to me, "Oh my God, that's horrible. Like, how could you, that's horrible. You got to do something about this, girl. You're going to end up with no kidneys, or you're going to end up in kidney failure. And there was a doctor in his office that used to do that. She would really be like, "Oh, you got to do better. You got to do better." And I would go to her, and every time I'd leave there, I'd be in tears. And I'd say to my husband, "I can't go back there to her. I can't see her anymore." And I refused to see her anymore. And then she left the practice, thank God. And after she left, I told them, I said, she was horrible. Like, she would make me feel like a piece of shit. She would make me feel so bad about myself that I'd go home and have a friggin' mashed potato, a baked potato. Like, so horrible. And that's not how you treat people. That's not how you encourage people. You don't say to your child who needs to lose weight, "You need to lose weight. You need to stop. You need to close your mouth. You're a bad person. Stop eating that." You do it in a different way. You encourage people. You don't do stuff like that. You totally do it the opposite way. That's how you get people to feel better about themselves. And when they feel better about themselves, they can do better. You can come in, yeah. They can do better. And that's what I'm trying to say, guys. So encourage people. Give somebody an encouragement. Tell somebody it's okay to fail. You don't have to be 100% perfect all the time. And that's the way it is. So I think I'm going to end this video now. I hope those tips were good for this session. I think they were. It's kind of like in paragraphs, there's no really complete steps except the self-talk. Really, you have to self-talk yourself down. If you're having a panic attack, if you're having an issue, just self-talk yourself and say to yourself, is it okay? Like, am I okay? Like, am I being irrational? Am I being, just think, okay, is it really the worst thing? What's the worst that could happen? Try to self-talk yourself into a positive. I know it's difficult, like I said, when you're going through stuff. I know it's hard, but just try a little bit, because even a little bit will help. All right, guys, that is my session for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you took something from it. And like I said, if you don't take anything from it, it's okay. Nobody has to do anything. You take it for what it's worth if you want to take these suggestions. If you don't, you don't. If you listen, it's okay. It's okay, guys. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I hope it helped you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I meant to say that in the beginning again. I have to start remembering that. Because when you subscribe to my channel, it really does help my channel grow. like and share. Sharing is really, really important, because when you share my videos out, then other people will see it. They'll see it, and then they'll see it, and it catapults. That's how it works with YouTube. And I'm really, really like at the point where I love what I do. I love helping people. If I help one person, give them a suggestion that'll make their day a little bit better, a moment that's better, then that's all I care about. Don't forget to hit that notification button with the bell, because when you do that, YouTube will recommend my videos more, and then my videos will be out there more, and that's better for my channel. So I really do appreciate that too, guys. Thank you so much for coming into my kitchen with me and creating, well, and also coming into my sanctuary with me for this video and creating with me. I love all of you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.